Welcome to Downtown Sports. My name is Downtown Steven Brown, and in today's video, guys, let's go over the rumor that Chris Johnston dropped on the latest edition of the Steve Dangle Podcast, citing that a big name from a U.S.-based team with multiple years left on his deal may be in the Toronto Maple Leafs lineup next season. But Chris Johnston also said that he doesn't see the Toronto Maple Leafs parting with any of the core four guys. So Matthews, Tavares, Marner, and Nylander. He says that he also doesn't see Toronto trading Morgan Rielly. So who are you trading to get this big name player from this other team? With multiple years left on their deal, mind you. And I'll also add on that Chris made note that the team that this player is playing on did not make this year's playoffs, which means that the Toronto Maple Leafs, in accordance to the rules, are allowed to make trades with this mystery team for this mystery player. They did it last year with the Pittsburgh Penguins when they dealt Kasperi Kapanen the other way. Now, on the Arizona Coyotes, there is a name that keeps getting brought up, and that is Christian Dvorak. The Arizona Coyotes are known to play this kind of moneyball hockey game where they sign contracts like this. The first 2 years of his deal, he was paid $3.25 million and then $3.45 million, which is below his $4.45 million annual average value. But for this upcoming season, it jumps up to over $5 million, and then it goes back down, and then it goes up to the highest it is over the course of the contract. Now, Dvorak isn't coming off the hottest of seasons this year, but he did have 31 points, 17 goals in 56 games this season with the Coyotes. And the Coyotes do play a more defensive style game. And like the previous chart that we showed, didn't necessarily have the greatest of 2021 seasons, but his 1920 season was much better. He had 18 goals, 20 assists, 38 points in 70 games, but played a much better game at 5-on-5 and was still a good player on the power play. The power play? That's interesting. Here are all the shot locations that Christian Dvorak has taken on the power play over his entire career. Now, the Toronto Maple Leafs power play struggled a lot this season, and they really needed a secondary shot option, either from the point or on the opposite side circle to Austin Matthews. And this does not look like a player who plays at the top of the circle or the point. Now, Chris Johnston also did make note that Sheldon Keefe took over the power play a little bit later on in the season, and they tried putting William Nylander on the opposite side circle to Austin Matthews. And if that's going to be the plan next season, that takes William Nylander away from this high slot bumper area net front presence, and maybe Christian Dvorak can be that guy on the Maple Leafs' power play. He's been awesome on the Arizona Coyotes on that spot. He scores a lot of goals on the power play off of deflections and tips, and that's been something that the Maple Leafs power play has been missing ever since James Van Riemsdyk left a couple of seasons ago. But he also scores a lot of goals in tight, maybe like 10, 15 feet out from the net in that bumpered net front area on the power play. I think he would be an awesome fit here, especially if they want to move Nylander to the opposite side circle. And another thing, if Mitch Marner is moving away from being this quarterback or opposite side circle guy, and he is in fact going to play the goal line next season, he's got a direct line to his old London Knights teammate Christian Dvorak, and they've had a lot of success together. Don't believe me? I mean, he led the team in scoring in Mitch Marner's last year in junior. Now, who's involved in this trade? Kerfoot, and for the exact opposite reason as to why a guy like Dvorak may be getting shopped in the first place. Kerfoot, after this season, his salary goes down to 2.7 and 2.7 for the next 2 years, and his AAV is less. As for what else could be included in this trade, the Maple Leafs don't have a lot of draft picks to work with over the next 2 seasons. You may see a prospect or two go the other way, and the Maple Leafs can afford to do that, because I think what you're going to see from this year's entry draft is there's going to be a lot of players who go undrafted that get signed after the draft, and I think the Maple Leafs are going to pick up a lot of those overage players, and it's going to make some players the Maple Leafs have in their system right now expendable. And I'm not talking about a big name prospect, and I'm not talking one with big upside either. I'm talking like a B minus prospect. Kerfoot has value, especially after the playoffs that he just had. But Dvorak gives you that net front presence on the power play and a little bit more of a goal-scoring oomph as to why the Maple Leafs would want him over a guy like Kerfoot, possibly. At that point, when it comes to the Seattle expansion draft, they more than likely opt to protect 7 forwards, 3 defensemen, and 1 goalie, and they more than likely lose a guy like Justin Holl. And now, if you're looking at a potential lineup, you got $8.2 million to find a backup goalie, potentially re-sign Zach Hyman, or go a different direction. And like I said, there is enough cap space there to consider re-signing Zach Hyman. But if you do decide to go a different route, Dvorak's 25. He's signed until he's 29. He makes $4.45 million. He can give you some scoring in the top 6. He's coming from a team who's defensively minded first, so I imagine he scores more on a high-flying team like the Leafs. Some tough decisions to be made. Hyman's going to be 29 by the start of free agency. A 3-year deal brings him until he's 32. Can he still be productive at 32 with the style of hockey that he plays? Can he still be worth $5.5 million? I don't know, a guy like Patrick Hornqvist on the Florida Panthers, he's still finding ways to be valuable. Is Zach Hyman a Patrick Hornqvist? 4-year deal, he's 33. A 5-year deal, he's 34. I don't know. You run risks. You know, Robertson's going to get a shot to show what he can do this season. Can he be a consistent contributor in the top 6 this year or the year afterwards? You'd sure like to hope so. Amirov, how far away is he? Is he 2 years away? Is he 3 years away from being a consistent contributor in the top 6 or in a middle 6 role? You hope so. Do you really want an aging Zach Hyman hanging around on the rock? I know I'm going to get in trouble for this. Do you really want an aging older Zach Hyman who plays a real rough style of hockey hanging around making that much money when those kids are looking to push their way up into the lineup? Because a guy like Dvorak making $4.45 million, who's still in the prime of his career, can still give you value along with those younger players. You know, $8 million, can you go out there and get a guy like Blake Coleman in free agency who's looked at as a guy who can maybe be a cheaper Zach Hyman? Kyle Dubas is a general manager who identifies talent and then keeps tabs on them. TJ Brody, he wanted him for well over a year. Philip Hallander, he wanted to draft him and then acquired him in the Kasperi Kapanen deal. Mikael Granlund's name came up a lot in connections with the Maple Leafs. Do they maybe look to sign him on a 1 or a 2-year deal? Hell, if you don't want to bring back Galchenyuk for $1 million, $9.2 million is enough to maybe go out there and get Blake Coleman, Mikael Granlund, and a backup goalie. Dubas has been criticized in the past for holding on to guys too long. I don't know if he does it again here. I don't know. Zach definitely doesn't deserve to be the guy that doesn't come back after this past season. But if they want to roll back the core and they want to come back with the same core 4 and Morgan Riley as well, you may have to go down that route. And I know it's going to be hard for a lot of people to accept, but you have to keep an open mind, especially if it means bringing in guys like Dvorak and maybe even 2 other free agents. Especially if you hold on to a little bit of this $9.2 million. It doesn't have to be much. Maybe it's $500K or $750K or $800K or so. You can let that money accumulate and you can make additional upgrades to this team at this year's deadline as well. We've showed the math on how that works several times over, that at this year's trade deadline, with $1 million, you could afford to acquire a player with a face cap hit value of $4 million. And if you got 50% retained, you could have afforded to trade for Taylor Hall. You need to leave a little bit of space here, especially if you don't think that this team, even with 2 more free agent forwards, is good enough. You need to leave a little bit of room here to make sure that you can add within the season, especially if a guy like Timothy Liljegren doesn't get it done. Now, the other name that was mentioned was Travis Konechny, but they're going to want a king's ransom for him, and he makes even more money against the salary cap. I can't picture the Leafs having the trade assets to make that happen. Troy Terry was another interesting name that was brought up, but again, I don't see the Ducks giving up on a young player like that signed to such a cheap contract. They need players like that. He's going to cost a lot. On Columbus, maybe a guy like Bjorkstrand, but again, that's going to be astronomical ask. Cam Atkinson, possibly, but that's a lot of money for a guy who's already 32. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. There's a lot of information and a lot of stuff to go over here from this video, so let me know what you guys think. Let me know who you think this mystery player is. Let me know if you think I got it in Christian Dvorak. I mean, a lot of people are bringing up that name, but I hope what I said kind of makes sense about the situation that both teams are in and the scope of things moving forward. And like always, make sure to like the video if you did like and subscribe for more, because more is always on the way. And guys, remember, no matter what happens, I will be here.